This is Project 1 Wiki of CS50's Web Programming with Python and JavaScript course. So as we can see here, the first item on the checklist is the entry page, visiting /wiki/title, where titles in the title of the encyclopedia entry should render a page that displays the contents of that entry. So for example, if we go to /wiki/CSS, you'll get CSS. If you go to /wiki/Django, you'll get the Django page /HTML, and you get the idea. Now the next bullet point in here is an entry requested that does not exist. The user should be presented with an error page indicating that the requested page is not found. And that's easily done. Okay, say Cthulhu. Cthulhu does not exist in this Wikipedia. And entry does not exist, return to home. And if the entry does exist, the user should be presented with a page that displays content entry. So that all works. So the second bullet point is now the index page. Update index page such that instead of merely listing names of all pages in the encyclopedia, user can click on any entry name to be taken directly to that entry page. So as you can see here in the index, you can click a link, you can go to the CSS tab, you can go to Python and go to Python, you can go to Git, you can go to Ruby. So and it kind of goes on. So that works. Now, the next section is going to be search. If the query matches the name of an encyclopedia entry, the user should be redirected to that entry page. Okay, so for example, if I do CSS, it will take me to CSS. If I do HTML, it will take me to HTML. If I do Django, it will take me to Django. So that all works. If the query does not match the name of the encyclopedia entry, the user should be taken to the search results page that displays a list of all the encyclopedia entries that have the same query as a substring. For example, the search query why though, then Python should appear in the search results. So for example, let's do why though, you get Python. If you do Jan, you get Django. If you do Go, you get Django. If you do O, then you get Django and Python. So the search works. Now if there are no such results, I'm just going to lead them to an error page. For example, if I search Cthulhu, search result return null, return to home. Yeah, so that works nicely. Clicking on any of the entry names in the search results page should take the user to that entries page. So let's try that out. CSS. Oh, sorry, I had to do it uppercase. CSS. CS. Okay, so here's the search results page. I can click CSS and it will take me to the CSS page. Now, the next section is going to be the new page. So clicking new, create new page in the sidebar should take the user to a page where they can create a new encyclopedia entry. So over here, you can see create new page. I can enter title, I can enter content. So let's say for the sake of argument, I want to include Cthulhu. Oh, I've been spelling it wrong the whole time. Cthulhu inside my Wikipedia, wiki. So let's take this description. So content would be Cthulhu. And let's get some subtitles. So created by HP. Ah, okay, let's display all his titles. So we can then add some text. So I'll just take the Wikipedia text here and paste it over here. Cthulhu is a fictional cosmic entity created by H.P. Lovecraft, etc. And the title is going to be, spell it right this time, Cthulhu. So now Cthulhu is added to the Wikipedia, and you can see the formatting all works very nicely. Okay, so you should be able to click a button to save a new page. We saw as that works. When the page is saved, an encyclopedia entry will exist provided title. The user should be presented with an error message. So okay, let's try that. Create new page, CSS, and let's add some content. CSS is used to style. Spelled that wrong, doesn't matter. Entry would exist, go to CSS. So I'm given that option in my error page to go to the CSS page of the website. The encyclopedia should be saved to disk and the user should be taken to the new entries page. That's all done. Now we have the edit page. For example, let's go to Cthulhu and let's say I want to edit this somehow. So let's take this and we want more information. So let's go into Wikipedia, get some more paragraphs. There we go, description of Cthulhu. And let's paste that there. And just remove the citations to look better. So we now have this massive amount of text. I can commit changes. And as you can see here, you do get the extra text. It will redirect me back to the original. As we saw, the text area was pre-populated with the existing Markdown content of the page. It had the hash for the big heading of Cthulhu, for example. The user should be able to click a button to save the change to the entry. That's all done. And once the entry is saved, the user was redirected back to the entry page. Okay, his next section is quite a short one. Random page. Clicking random page in the sidebar should take the user to a random encyclopedia entry. So you can try this out a few times. So random page HTML, random page Python, random page Git. It seems to be alternating between a few of them. And there we go, we can see that we're getting most of them so far, and you'll eventually be able to get all of the articles if you click enough times. The last bullet point is Markdown to HTML conversion. As we saw, this is all converted to HTML. You can see inside the spec tab that, okay, we can see inside the spec tab that this is all HTML, this is a H1, H2, this is all H3. You have paragraphs, you have more text. So we can see that all of our text is getting converted to HTML before being loaded onto the page. So that's about it. That sums up this project. Thanks for watching.